Carl Brendan here from Games, Brains, and a Head-Banging Life. It is, of course, a Design Your Own Set. You saw the title, and we have decided to take a look at Ozzy Osbourne's time in Black Sabbath and Ozzy's solo stuff combined. I think you suggested this, and I think this is a good choice because I would struggle, and I know this might be heresy to some, but I would struggle to do 18 Black Sabbath and 18 Ozzy separately. So the combined of both work perfectly for me.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I mean, I'm still heavily weighted in Black Sabbath, but I had enough there to fill it out. I was more concerned, and I probably have, but I don't think I have, of accidentally including non-Ozzy Black Sabbath.
Well, I decided to theme mine. This idea popped in my head, and I went, oh, I'm going to make this, and I know it's coming anyway, but I'm going to make this Ozzy's final show. The final show he's ever going to do. This is it for real this time.
Yeah, I was going to say the real final.
For real, properly done. So it's going to be a celebration of Ozzy's greatest work from Black Sabbath and Ozzy. And that meant I get to theme it. So I'll give you the spoilers. Mine is half and half. Well, half Black Sabbath, Ozzy, and then Sabbath again. Completely done that way. No mixing it up.
Mine's a complete random mishmash of songs I like.
Then this is going to be very interesting. And I will get us started. And I decided my intro would be Changes of Volume 4.
Wow. And
I just love the idea of opening with that wonder, particularly as it's his final show. So we're going through Changes. It's just, I think it'd be tearful.
Is that with Kelly or?
It's not a fucking Kelly Osbourne version. Abe, this is
For a better check, being his final show, you might have brought his kids out.
Oh, they could be there at the end. They can clap them off, whatever, But no, this is Ozzy Osbourne standing in the center of a stage, warbling away. Just a beautiful rendition of what is a beautiful song.
And my start might seem a bit oddly placed, but it's only because I couldn't really find a place I felt comfortable putting it, but I wasn't willing to drop it.
Go on.
So I thought we could just have it as like an extended intro, and that is Planet Caravan.
Oh wow!
From Paranoid, 1970.
I love
yeah, so do I. I was kind of thinking it could be a nice chilled out way to get everything started.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. That psychedelic sounds are fantastic. It's one of those most heavily covered tracks of Sabbath as well. So there's so many variations as well.
Yep.
So my part one is all Sabbath. I've done too many songs. 3, 4. No, I haven't. I've just numbered it wrong. That's fine. I thought I'd done more than 7. I was like, shit. My first 7 tracks are all Black Sabbath. So in theory, we have the complete Sabbath on stage. Everyone's getting along for once, and we're just firing through this. So these are basically mostly my favorite Sabbath songs, but 3 have been left separate that are my favorite Sabbath songs to the end. So after Changes, we got to up the energy and we want that fucking crowd moving. It's War Pigs of Paranoid. Wonderful one. Obviously, it's War Pigs. You fucking know it.
Yep.
Then NIB from Black Sabbath, followed by Into the Void from Master of Reality. I want to say that's underrated, but I don't know if any Sabbath song is really underrated, if that makes sense. Sabra Cadabra from Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, before we go to Supernaut from Volume 4. Then The Wizard from Self-Titled, and we end the Black Sabbath portion of this part, Electric Funeral off of Paranoid.
Oh, yeah. We have a couple crossovers, but quite different, really.
Oh, interesting.
So obviously, because I've started with Planet Caravan, my kind of aim then was, once that ends, to then bring everything back up again. So I go straight into Iron Man from Paranoid.
Obviously.
Then after that, I've got Symptom of the Universe from Sabotage.
Oh, awesome.
Into the Void, I also have. Supernaut, I also have. Then I've got God is Dead, which is probably the most recent Sabbath one I have on here from the album 13.
13, yeah.
Yeah.
Good song, though.
Yeah, it is a very good song. It's not a great album, but that's a good song. Then I've got Hole in the Sky from Sabotage. And I've got my first Ozzy song, which is the No More Tears, which is the one which from the No More Tears album, which was obviously with Lemmy as well. So
incredible. So there's your first Ozzy one.
That's my first Ozzy only, yeah. It's Ozzy and Lemmy, man. Ozzy and Lemmy.
Yeah. It's an incredible song. Not on mine, though. Not on mine. Because part 2 is all Ozzy solo stuff. So, you know, Ozzy bands out and stuff like that. And I went through his discography because I really only know a lot of the hits. I don't know a lot of the deep cuts. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, you know what, fuck this. I'm just going to do, it's a celebration of Ozzy's career. We're ending it. Let's just do everything that's the best. So we begin with Crazy Train off Blizzard of Oz, followed by Breaking All the Rules, which is a song I really like, off No Rest for the Wicked, followed by Bark at the Moon from Bark at the Moon, and Mr. Crowley from Blizzard of Oz. Perry Mason from Osmosis. I did say this is basic shit, but here's a surprise one, hopefully. Rock and Roll Rebel from Bark at the Moon, which I like the energy of. Before the main portion, and again, I'm going for the emotions here. The main portion ends with Mama, I'm Coming Home from No More Tears. Because the analogy is just, yeah, I mean, come on.
Cool. My first part of the second section, but that's no real theme to mine. So it's Children of the Grave from Masters of Reality. And then I've got Paranoid in there.
Yep.
Because I do like the song, even though it's been played a lot. I still like it, you know. Then I've got Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath from album of the same title.
Of course. And
then in the middle of mine, probably randomly placed, but this is just to my random nature of this set list when I wrote it out, is No More Tears. Because it's got Lemmy in it. And then after that, I've got Black Sabbath, the song from the original. I like that song, but I don't love it. But I wanted to include it because I just think it's the quintessential start of everything. You know, it's important. It's important.
Yeah.
And then the last two of mine are back to Ozzy solo for the end of the main set, and I start with Mr. Crowley, and then I end with the absolute lunacy of Diary of a Madman.
Oh my goodness me!
To end the first main set.
Completely different finals. Yeah, I went for sad. You went for energy. Nuts. That should be interesting then by the encores, because I will now openly admit, because I've already said my last three are Black Sabbath, so we're coming out and ending with Black Sabbath for Ozzy's career. I did not include Iron Man, and I did not include Paranoid. Simply put, because I decided instead the encore was going to be my three favorite Sabbath songs. Fuck you all, it's mine. Fair enough. Yeah. So, kind of similar to how you want to do the intro, my first encore song was Planet Caravan, because of that cool sort of build-up and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then we've got Fairies Wear Boots of Paranoid, which is arguably my favorite Sabbath song, up there, probably in the top three. And then I end with Sweet Leaf from Master of Reality. Yeah, that's my set.
Cool. My encore starts off with, going to keep the energy going, with Crazy Train.
Oh, cool.
Which is a tune. And then I also, in exactly the same position, have Fairies Wear Boots.
Ah, love it.
And then probably, I don't know, because it's hard to choose over quite a lengthy career, but probably in my top 5 favorites, maybe joint one, is the final song, which is War Pigs.
Ah, yeah, there it is. I mean, again, I think they're near perfect for exactly what either of us would like from this kind of show. You know, it is. I mean, best you're going to get is if someone has a different set list and wanted to write in the comments, is going to be a super fan who can dive into those deep cuts and say, oh no, you missed this Ozzy song, or this Ozzy song should be there. And it's like, simply put, I'm just not that big of a fan of a solo work beyond the hits, which are the hits. They are bangers. You know,
there's a lot to try and dig into, isn't there?
I mean, with Sabbath, I think we covered a big portion of Ozzy's career, you know, trying to avoid a lot of the sort of obviously different singers, the Dio stuff and like that. So I think we covered it pretty fucking well. But let us know yours in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?